My name's James Farncombe and I'm the lighting designer.
Great, and can you talk a little bit about what it means to be a lighting designer, about your work, what sort of things you do?
I can. Well, I'm responsible for lighting the stage, obviously, and the lighting designer deals with illuminating the stage, which sounds like an obvious thing to say, but it's about helping to tell a story. So it's about selective illumination, and it's about making sure that the audience sees everything that they're supposed to see and that they don't see the things they're not supposed to see. But also, of course, there's a great deal that the lighting designer brings to the show in terms of atmosphere and locations, and we do a great deal of that with just using light, especially on this show. There's very little set, so the light plays quite a large part in creating those locations and atmospheres.
Yeah. So can you talk a little bit about how ways in which it's technical and ways in which it's artistic, what you do?
Right. Well, I suppose technically we deal with the different types of lantern. I suppose there's usually some electrical props. I produce a lighting plan using a computer-aided design program, and that's all very technical, complicated. But artistically, I mean, my relationship with the director and the designer is pretty close on this one. We've talked a great deal about our approach, so we've all collaborated and contributed ideas to the show. So yeah, it's an ongoing process. I think we've just opened tonight and last night, and we're now in the process of tightening up the show, and those discussions carry on. With things that didn't work need to be fixed, and there's some effects that need to be tightened up and improved, and yeah, that's.
Yes. And how did you get into being a lighting designer?
Well, I was always obsessed with candles when I was a kid. When I was a little kid, I had to have candles everywhere, and if I was allowed to, we made the entire family sit in the dark and eat meals with candles. And I used to have candlelit baths. And when I wasn't allowed to have a real candle, I had a little toilet roll with a bit of cotton wool at the top, pretending to be a flame. So yeah, and then I was just obsessed with them, and I'd sit and stare at them. And then I had these little Lego bricks that lit up. You could build them into houses, so you could light. I spent ages lighting little spaceships in town. Yeah, so I was kind of doomed from the outset. You could tell, kind of.
Mm-hmm.
And then when I was at university, I didn't study theatre, but I got involved in the venue. There was a venue on the campus, and there was a lot of shows touring through. So I volunteered, and I started working actually subsequently there as well, and started to actually learn about lighting, and realised it was something I was interested in. And when I left university, I went and knocked on the stage door at Nottingham Playhouse and said, "Do you want anybody to work the panto?" And they were looking for somebody, and then that's kind of gone on from there.
Wow, that's great. Anything else you need to tell us or want to tell us about being a lighting designer?
I don't do it for the money. It's a good job. It's interesting. I mean, I travel all over the country and I meet lots of people. The hours are pretty insane, but it's it's a very sociable job actually. As I say, you meet a great deal of people. Yeah, it's better than a 9 to 5.
That's great. Thank you very much, James.
You're welcome.